Doesn't matter who you are, 'cause baby you're a star. Even though we're different, we share common ground. Doesn't matter who you are, trans, 'cause baby you're a star. Even though we're different, non-binary, we share common ground. Bisexual, trans, gay, bi, straight, cis, non-binary.
I know is that I'm gonna squeeze you guys so much. I'm gonna squeeze you guys. I swear. I
Personal space days, like
get it.
You
Get
you
it.
can squeeze me
Get it.
anytime. You can
You want
squeeze me
personal
Doesn't
space?
anytime.
matter who you are, trans, 'cause baby you're a star. Even though we're different, non-binary, we share.
What's going on, guys? My name is Daquan.
I'm Desiree.
I'm Manny.
I'm Anton.
And I'm Josh.
And this is the Common Grounds. What's up, guys? This is Daquan.
Hi, this is Desiree.
Hi, this is Anton.
Hi, this is Manny.
Hey, it's Josh.
Hey, this is Liz.
And we are the Common Grounds. All right, guys. So I want to know, over the weekend, did y'all see the Fresh Prince reunion?
Absolutely not.
Not yet.
I
I don't like sad things.
Oh my
Sad things
God,
make me
why
nervous.
think
Sad
it was
things
pretty
make me
heartfelt.
nervous.
It was definitely heartfelt. I don't know about sad. I think it's Will Smith showing a little bit of growth and
Right.
an apology that was much needed from what the story seems.
Mm.
No, it was really good. I mean, I could definitely pick it back off what you were saying. It definitely, he showed his flaws, he showed his growth, and it was such a beautiful moment to see. What's her name again? Janet or Jeanette. I'm sorry if I said her name wrong,
Janet.
but she was the person who played Aunt Vet, and she basically, they had their little heart-to-heart moment, and it was just a beautiful thing, in my opinion. I think we need more of that because I'm pretty sure a lot of people think in the industry, we are just all like professional and that, people are not doing certain type of things. And that's not true. That's not possible. That's not life. People are people. And it was just a good experience to see them, be nice to each other and
I
have
think
that
it
nice
was a
conversation.
big deal for Will Smith to say that he was intimidated. Here is an African American actress who's a singer and already is well known in the industry, comes into the show and she can be intimidating for a 21-year-old boy. At that
I
time he
agree.
was just 21 years old. So he's had a lot of power. He didn't know how much power he had in his words. And so she got voted out of the show for that because she wasn't laughing at his jokes and she wasn't kind of like star got catched over by him, so she wasn't like taken over by him. So she was replaced, and she was owed an apology, and that's what he did. He gave her an apology, and they got to speak and see each other's sides of the situation. And it was over 27 years. So good thing for the 30th reunion.
What I'm a little bit interested in is why, what's his name? He wasn't there. I know he wasn't there. He was one of the main actors. He was the son.
Carl,
Alfonso Ribeiro?
Why Carlton wasn't there. I
The
heard there
reason
was
why-
some sort of beef between them, right?
Yeah, they did. I heard that supposedly that so he said something, and the person who played Aunt Vid, she responded back with a clapback basically, and it just so happened to be like a week or two before the premiere of the show. So I mean, it was still fresh, and he wasn't there. But I just feel like again, we at this point y'all all adults.
Yeah.
Y'all should have just had that conversation. If Will and what's her name was able to do it on national TV, why can't y'all? Like,
Aunt Viv's name is Janet Hubert.
there we go. Right.
Some people were saying though that he should have kind of been like an actor and just come and like play the part that they needed him to play at the reunion instead of being like salty. And I don't know what you guys feel about that.
But it's like,
Come in the camera.
if he does feel salty, as an individual, as a human, we all go through a lot, especially right now with what's going on. We don't know what kind of traumatic, I'm not going to put quotations because people have feelings towards what they're going through. It could be extremely intense to them, and he's probably not ready to confront the situation head on. You know,
Right.
trying
Or
to
he could be just over it. His name was Alfonso. He could just be over it as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but some people, they deal with situations differently. We can't just, you know, like, yeah, he should have been on there. Like, we think he should have been on there, but, you know, according to how he feels, you know, I feel like that's the most important thing with celebrities. Like, we're all individuals at the end of the day. Like, you know, he's probably like, no, I'm not going to go on there because he doesn't feel like he wants any parts of it.
And not for nothing, but we have to remember, you know, again, celebrities are still humans.
Mm-hmm.
People have this thing where, you know, oh, we don't have no feelings. We're supposed to be like robots and different things. No, before they was a celebrity, they was a regular person just like you.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, why they still can't be treated like a regular person? It don't make any sense to me.
Well, I think it's beyond them just being a regular person, because I feel that, yeah, like whatever their background problems were, their background relationships, whatever chemistry or problems they were having, I feel like they should have all, if first off, if Will and Jana Huber were able to come together for the fans, I feel that Alfonso Rubiero should have been able to at least show up, or at least have a presence to be there for the fans, because technically this show was a big thing for a lot of people back then. Back then, there really wasn't a show that was being headlined by, you know, a young African American male, you know, to this degree. And a lot of people used this show as like role models, whether they felt that they related to Will, whether they felt that they related to Uncle Phil, you know, Tatiana Ali's character, Alfonso Rubiero's character, whatever. Like, a lot of people looked up to them. So the fact that, like, he didn't show up for whatever personal problems that they had, I feel was like disrespectful to the fans, because first and foremost, the reunion was for the fans. It wasn't more about them. It was more so doing it for the fans. But also, I feel like it was disrespectful, because I don't know his name, for the actor that played Uncle Phil, who passed away. I feel like that was disrespectful for his memory as well. Like, he should have been able to at least show up, you know, to like at least honor him and be like, you know, I'm here because, you know, I want to respect, you know, this man who was like an important part of my like theatrical career.
But I saw. Go ahead.
Well, the thing, he actually was there. He just left when she came on, like, set. So, like, it was like a group of everybody, like, you know, everybody was there. And then, like, when he said, oh, she's about to come on the stage and, you know, do like a greeting, he wasn't there. He physically moved himself then. He was like, I don't want to see her. I don't want to talk to her. Like, he just
in a way, I
wasn't
respect it. I respect it a little bit.
I respect him, but like I respect him, but at the same time, again, I like it's like a 50-50 thing. Like, you know, just man up, you know, be here for the fans. If you like, again, there was issue between obviously Will Smith and her, and they were able to sit down and have that dialogue. So you couldn't just sit there, or at least try to be like, you know, hash out whatever problems you guys had. Like, that was the purpose of the reunion show.
He said, I'm not trying to be fake. He said, I'm not trying to be fake with it. And I'm going to just go to the side. And I respect that. Because if I was to come in there and be like, oh, you know, like, it's a reunion. No, if I don't have the vibe that you know, if we still got beef, I'm going to push to the side and I'm going to let you do your thing. So I respect it now that I think about it.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Now that I'm hearing Josh, I back up Josh. I can understand that. It's hard.
Prior, like, if y'all didn't talk to each other prior and you squashed the beef, like, obviously he didn't speak to her. Otherwise, he wouldn't have left the stage, you know?
Right.
And that's why I was saying it's okay to be real. We're only human. They went into the career because they love the act. Some people went into their career because they actually love their craft, while others go to get a fan base.
Yeah.
You know? And I feel like he loved his craft. And I felt like he wasn't going to take it there by being on stage with her.
Okay.
Gotta respect.
Great. Yeah, I agree.
We'd want that.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air had a lot of cameos. There were so many stars that they got to work with.
Yeah,
you know,
for real, how many people got their start?
Long, Tyra Banks, you know, Jennifer Lewis. They played with so many well-known actors. It was such a great show and a great dynamic. That
and a lot of people got
there had to be, you know, there's always something behind the scenes. Every great group has had it. Every great musical group has got it. A couple of shows down to Full House have had issues. You know, it just kind of happens. You know, you grow up in a set and you change as you grow. So it was bound to happen.
I definitely agree with that. And that's the thing that I didn't understand. Like, I mean, I get both parties. Like, you know, he could have been more professional, but I definitely get where if something is still fresh, you need time. Timing is very important. I definitely do respect that. And what I kind of didn't understand was that I forgot where I read it at, but like, they basically were just like, well, how can he not be there when she's there? But Will and Janet was on TV and they had like a heart-to-heart on camera. So why couldn't he do the same thing? I'm just like, well,
because they're not the same person.
Right.
I don't think everything's for the camera. Not everything's for the camera.
That's not even.
That's totally unreal.
It wasn't a reality show at the end of the day.
Exactly. Like maybe his apology, he wanted to be off camera. Maybe he thought it would be more authentic if it's off camera. Not everything is for TV, you know?
Not for nothing. Yeah, you already said after 27 years that Janet was like the angry black woman. She was hard to work with and all this other stuff like that. That's going to be fair to her for her to sit here on camera and apologize to two men on camera during the same episode?
Absolutely.
Absolutely not. I'm not doing that if I was her.
I wouldn't be.
That
No.
apology. I'm happy she got it.
Like, she was owed an apology more than anything. She didn't owe anybody an apology because technically her career kind of went down the pooper because of that. Because of what they did to her. They technically destroyed her career. So, like, I don't feel like whatever issues she had, like, yes, you can be a difficult person, but to the extent that you destroy somebody's career to that degree, no. Like, you don't apologize. Like, you were being your authentic self. People could have approached you, discussed it, but no, they gave her the axe. So
it's also the time of the year that the show was on. Like, during that time in the 90s, you know, one person said something and that was it. Like, it's over and done with. Now we're in a different generation. Like, you know, look at what is it from Empire? Joe Smollett, is it Joe?
Oh, Jesse Smollett.
Smollett. Sorry. So you know, he did behind the scenes, and people are still working with him. So you know, it's a different time.
Yeah.
It's a different time. So I'm happy she got that apology. Go Will Smith.
I agree. I definitely do agree.
But hold up, because I heard that there was like beef between, like, because I know not to like beat a dead horse. I felt that I heard that there was beef near the end between Will Smith and DJ Jazzy Jeff. Because like Jazzy, you know, his friend.
Really?
Okay, the DJ.
Yeah, I heard. I don't know if it's true or if they. Again, I didn't watch it. And I don't know if it was even addressed, but there was like a rumor that. Because as the show went on, his presence was like less to the point where he really wasn't there anymore. So I heard that they kind of like phased him out purposely, like to give him the boot. I don't know. Because of their relationship with one another.
Wasn't DJ Jazzy Jeff his actual DJ, like real life music?
Yes. Yes.
So
they were actually like DJ's friends, everything. And they kicked him out. Like, I don't think that they kicked him off the show, but like they kind of like phased him out purposely to get him off the show, to the point where like I remember like a few years ago, like people were like astounded by the fact that Will Smith and him did like some collab, because apparently like there was beef between the both of them because of the show. I heard. I don't know if I'm being 100%.
Oh man,
something to think about.
That's a lot.
To actually.
Wow,
Lord.
Antoine, do you have opinion about the show, or have you ever seen the show?
I didn't watch it. Growing up, I didn't really watch Prince of Bel-Air.
Okay.
So like
I watch.
I watched like Full House. Do you guys know Brady Bunch?
Yeah, Mary Kate and Ashley are a whole different show.
Yeah.
Ashley are a whole different show.
I had their books, their movies.
So yeah, I know Prince of Bel-Air, but I'm not really familiar with it. I definitely know who Will Smith is. but other than that, like, no. But I more so agree with Manny. in a way.
Yay! Someone agrees with me.
But then I get where Josh is coming from, you know. Right. So
maybe I'm just too mean, I guess, but I don't know.
So you never heard of that song? Like, now this is the story.
No, I know that song. I know that.
All about how my life got flipped upside down, and I like
to I'm going to end this in 2 minutes, so that way Des can have time to save it, because it took her a minute last time. And then I'm gonna rejoin again at 7:30. The guests should be here by 7:30, and then we'll continue part 2.
Okay. All right.
So, and then like
7:24.
It's 7:22.
New York time.
Wait.
Is longer than 2 minutes behind?
No, for some reason my laptop is slow.
So literally,
I love Josh.
Yo, I swear, Josh, I'm gonna smack you the next time.
What time is it there?
It's 4:30.
Okay, so be back at 4:35.
Well, it's 4:25, so 4:30.
Yeah, so be back at 4:30. Right. Okay, so everybody knows the be back. Alrighty, so here with us is our special guest, Flo. Flo, thank you for being on the show. And
Thank you for having me. I love it. You know, I love you from December.
So the funny thing is, I was actually wearing the shirt when I first met Flo, and this was way before I started modeling.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, hold on. I'm gonna put my headphones on. Because this is about to get interesting. I need my headphones on. Okay. All right. There we go. Tell me if you guys can hear me better now. Is that better?
Well,
is that better? Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
So honestly, I have to say, I had my spectrum in my nose. I had just went through a breakup. I was really depressed. And I was walking with my brother and my sister, and everybody's like, that's Flo from Bear Girls Club. And I said, y'all need to stop playing. So I took around.
And I'll never forget him the way he was. So as if he was depressed, I didn't notice, because when I met him, he was like, I mean.
Well, I remember she was like this, come here. And I was like, be all nervous, come here, look over. And then she kept in contact. Literally, that was just.
Yeah, it's since then. And I will attest to this, that many, many people that meet me that way, till today, we still speak and we still keep in contact. And I guess it's a personable thing for me. And I have a lot of soulmates, I would say, in my lifetime, because I've lived many lives before. So whoever I do connect with and stay connected with, I do truly believe that it's a soulmate thing. And we've met in other lifetimes, and something about them just, draws me to them.
Wow, that makes you really approachable.
Yeah, it does. Awesome. It does. People have in the middle of me eating dinner, with my fingers in some greasy ass chicken, and they're like, Flo, what's up? And the people with me are like, why are they coming? I'm like, yo, shut up. Don't be bougie. Don't be bougie. Don't do it. I don't live like that, because if I live like that, then I just don't agree with those type of personalities. I'm a very I love you. I will hug a homeless person. If I catch COVID, I could catch COVID. I'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? I'll survive. You know what I mean? I'm just that type of person. It's just what it is,
And that's everybody, people think oh, she was just acting on TV. No, the way she was on TV is the way she is in real life.
She was a bad girl. Bad girl.
But I was and I was really a bad girl. So I'm just going to say this really quick. What he said, that was really me. See, the thing is, I really used my real energy on that show. But the thing about it was, when I got off the show, if I wasn't a bad girl the way I was before, after the show, I kind of lived that title, because, you manifest what you say you are, right?
Oh, God.
And so I started living the actual bad girl life. And, that's why I had to change who I was from that point of view to the person I am today. It was it's like two different people, you know what I mean? But I'm still bad about it, and I'll still knock the bitch out.
I mean,
So I just don't want people to
I think
misunderstand.
the show made that come out of you because so many people were so aggressive. Like the show Bad Girls could have gone either way. It would have been bad bitches, like, you know, bad as in got their shit together and they're like unstoppable.
That's literally what I said to them all the time, and they just wanted drama. And you know what? I understand, because I hate to say this, but the mass, like the masses, and I'm not saying everybody, because the real ones, they know what time it is, but you got those like sheep type of people that are just like, yeah, fight, like this is great, like, and you know, so you know, it is what it is. But what are you gonna do?
Have you always been spiritual?
I've always been religious. When I was growing up, I was raised Muslim, so I was very Muslim, and then it turned into now where I'm like, I love Muslims, Christians, Catholics, but I just like follow the religion of love. If that sounds corny, it is, because it really is the truth. Because when I was younger, I used to see spirits and ghosts all the time. Like I used to see them, I used to hear them, and I would think that it's normal. Everybody else heard it. And then I remember one time I told my sister, I see someone standing there, and she was like, don't tell people that. Like, and that was it. After that, I just kept it to myself. Then I grew up, and then I turned from like this Muslim, like, oh, Allah this, Allah that, Quran this, Quran that, to like, all right, I see the fault in this, and that, and my spirit guides tell me religion is like a man-made thing. They always tell me what's true and what's not. And so, yeah, I turned from religious to spiritual. So that's the difference, I think.
I think religion is definitely man-made.
100%.
I agree. I completely agree.
I communicate with my starseed family. Those are aliens, by the way. And because we are all descendants of aliens from different planets, we like, you know, travel down and evolve into like, it's just an evolution thing, right? But my starseed family, they see me, I see them in my dreams all the time. They look just like us. They just have like little bigger eyes and like little things that are different, you know? And they speak through mind communication. They don't actually talk to me ever. They just do a lot of telepathy with me. So they tell me all the time, this is your job. You're going to have to tell people they want my mission to kind of be like, to let people know the truth about things, because they know I'm tough, right? And I'm like, I don't care what people think about me. So that's my mission here, is to let people know it is breaking us down as a society as a whole to keep separating us into one, like packs, you know, like it's like a pack of wild dogs, a pack of home dogs. And like, we're all just one, you know what I mean? And that's what I try to like preach all day.
A lot of people are into that conversation though. I can imagine it's difficult to kind of bring that up to a lot of people.
It's very difficult. It is. And that's okay though. That's why I'm an OG gangster, because I don't care. This is not my first time. This is not my, you know, I'm really serious about this, because like I know a lot of people are going to watch this and I'm going to promote it. So I want people to understand this is not my first lifetime trying to accomplish this mission. I've been trying to do this mission for lifetimes, but I was put into the wrong eras, as you could say. And this era is more like free, being able to do what you want. And so I want people to understand this is the time that everybody needs to understand. It's not going to happen overnight, but little by little, people are starting to wake up. There's a mass spiritual awakening going on the earth. I don't know if anybody recognizes
it. I'm actually going through one.
Well, you're going through one? It's
I'm going through one right now.
It's rough, right?
It's rough.
Yeah, it's very rough.
But I'm getting through it.
Yeah, so can I tell you one thing? So it'll make it a lot easier for you. My spirit guides showed me this one time, and it's hilarious because they're like laughing while they were showing me, because they know I like comedy. So they showed me them watching TV like up in space, and we're the movies. So basically it's not because they're making fun of us. It's because we are avatars, and like you chose this mission. I chose this mission. Everyone who's here experiencing something that's even difficult or hard to get through, understand that your literal soul thought you were strong enough to do whatever it is that you're accomplishing, whether it be like to be straight or gay or bisexual, whatever it is, or black or white. You chose this mission in this lifetime because in previous lifetimes you saw the outcome of what people were doing when someone was gay. Let's say, for instance, I love to make this analogy. Let's say if someone's, like I'm bisexual. A lot of you are gay in here, right? Let's say you're gay or bisexual. In a past lifetime, you were a person who literally judged gay people and bisexuals. You were like, ew, like that's disgusting. And then you came back in this lifetime to learn that lesson, because And you didn't know that you were judging people like that. But when you got up there and your soul review happened, you were like, "Ooh, that was rough. I got to go back and do that again," because you want to make up the karma of what you did in a past lifetime. So whatever it is that you're going through, embrace it, love it, and just do it, because that's what you're here for. You're here to learn those lessons, period.
I learned my lesson.
And no. And lessons never get stopped learning. And so if you want to advance your soul, you keep learning lessons, okay? Okay.
I love that.
So today's topic that is for your particular episode is, how does your spiritual health affect your sexual health?
What a great question.
Educate us. I even had everybody do the chart thing. So everybody has the same chart thing that, me and you had discussed prior about, I have more fitness than math, and then everybody else did the same thing here on this couch and even in the Zoom. So we could get into that and break it down a little bit more.
So, so the first thing I want to say is that your spiritual life or whatever affects your sexual health, because a lot of people believe so a lot of people think that because they became spiritual, this is the first thing I want to say on it, because they became spiritual, and like me, for instance, when I first started doing this, I thought that I had to stop having sex altogether, because I'm like, oh my God, sex is bad for you. Like, this is horrible. I'm giving my energy to people. Like, that's one of the main ways that it affected my spiritual growth or whatever, is I started to look at sex as a negative thing. Like, I was like, this is bad. Humans are running around just sleeping with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really thought that way. And then I started to change that and become more like, okay, sex is sex, we use it for productivity, but that's one of the ways it could affect you. So if you're going through a spiritual awakening, I'm just going to say this really quick. If you're going through a spiritual awakening, you're getting spiritual, you're getting connected to your spirit guides, your ancestors. Remember, you think in terms of spirit. Now you believe that every time you do something nasty, there's a spirit guide watching you, because they are, and they always are. And so today I make different decisions as far as who I choose to intertwine my sexual energy with, because I know that if it is not, listen, we can go out. Listen, I've had moments where I've slept with people, and I will tell you, Daquan, because if we're talking about sex and spirituality, this is very important. I had a moment one time. And, I used to be like the guy. I used to get a guy, go to the hotel, pay for everything, send him in a cab home, see you later, don't call me, bye. That was me. And I'm serious. That was legit my way of doing things, because I didn't look at sex as a very personal thing. I was like, just give me some dick and get out of my face. You know what I mean? It was,
Definitely.
that was, so I would say that was the unhealed part of me, where it was sex was very intimate to me. So I didn't want intimacy. I wanted you to just do your thing and don't talk to me too much. Let me do the talking and get out, So, okay. So one time that I was with this man, and we were in a room and the lights were out and he was on top of me and everything was going great. Well, I felt great, whatever. But then all of a sudden he went from being a regular human to turning into a straight up demon type of creature. So he started grunting, making I'm just going to show you so you could understand how real it was for me. It was like, and he put his hand over my neck and he wouldn't get off of me. So I had to keep pushing. Now, mind you, his eyes went from regular, brown to black. He had black eyes. I had to, and I'm a strong girl, right? But I had to fight to get him off me. And finally, he flew off the bed. I jumped up, turned the light on, and I was like, what the fuck? What are you doing? And he looked at me, he was like, what are you talking about? He came back to normal. I will tell you, do I think he was possessed? No, I believe that any type of entities, especially when you're when you're vulnerable. Sexually, when you're having sex with someone, you're the most vulnerable. You're naked, your whole body's there. And something took over him. And this is a true story. I tell this story all the time because it's very valid and important to let people know that the exchange of sexual energy leaves you open to vulnerable things. So you got to be careful who you exchange that energy with, right? So that's spirituality and sexuality, right? So anyway, the point is, that experience is what led me today to being more cautious about who I exchange my sexual energy with, okay? Like Daquan saw me on the phone, he said he has a lot of feminine in his chart. So what people need to know, if you guys want a free birth chart, you can go to cafeastrology.com and put in all your information, and there's a natal chart there. You put that in and you check your chart.
Everybody here did it.
We did it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we all did it.
We have so many questions. Like, what does cardinal mean? What do you mean by fixed and mutable and fire, earth, air, and water? Like, what are those?
So
components?
the elements of
is.
The elements of fire, earth, air, and water. Those are, so fire represents passion, right? Like passion, going forward, burning, right? Air is like. Yeah. See, and air. I have a lot of fire in my chart, a lot of Sag in my chart. So air is like, la la la, whatever. I don't care. I'm air.
I have a lot of air and water. That was like.
I have some air as well, and water. Scorpio. I have a lot. You know, my chart is very interesting. Have an astrologer do your chart at least once. I am not an astrologer. However, I do a lot of studies on it, so I read up on stuff, right? And I did my own chart, so knowing. Yeah. Go ahead.
My sister-in-law. In her chart, she don't have no water at all. She has no water in her chart at all. Like
wow.
At all.
I got zero
so can
fire.
I ask you a question? Does she tend to be emotionally cold at times where she's not very emotional? Doesn't like use her emotions? Are you a very logical thinker? You think more with the mind, not with the emotions? And that's where you're lucky in your base. But so they say, okay. All right, so they say people who are more on the emotional side, it's like you're more human. So I would say for her, she's probably more linked to more alien ancestors than most of us are, because she thinks logically, and aliens don't work with emotions. They're just like, yeah, that's what it is, and bye-bye. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they're very, you know, and it can seem cold, but they're not. They're just, actually, she's the type of person, if you're having a problem, you should probably go to her and versus another very emotional person who's going to give you their, I don't know, that sounds so sad. I can't, oh my God. Like, you know, when you want advice from someone, you would go to a person who can experience emotions, however, does not use emotions to answer your question. Because when you use your emotions, you're not thinking logically, you're thinking with your emotions, and you're very, I'm a crybaby, listen to me, I'm so sad. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, you know, we learn to, listen, what's your sign actually, sister?
Taurus.
She's a Taurus.
Okay, so, all right.
They both Taurus. I got two Taurus.
Okay, so we got two earth signs here. Like she was saying,
she got water in her chart, though.
I have 2 for water in my chart.
What do you have? What is it?
2.
She has 2.
Which ones are they?
What does she mean?
Like, what's your 2?
Like, is it Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer?
She has...
Sorry, I'm learning.
She has Aquarius and Cancer.
Okay, Aquarius is not a water sign. It's an air sign.
All right, she has Scorpio.
Cancer, Scorpio and Cancer. Okay, those are very emotional, very highly. They're very people who think a lot. They tend to use their minds, and so with the Scorpio, that's the sign of like mystery, right? Like the occult and stuff like that. Very like they like to know everything. They want to be deep. A Scorpio woman will find out your password in 2 seconds. Just don't play with it.
Stop playing. Don't shout me out that way. Don't shout me out that way. I'm a Scorpio.
Okay.
All right, I'm hiding my stuff from Desiree.
Please.
But yo, I'm gonna tell you,
That's all me.
you guys really should have me on next time to do a reading for a couple of you guys. That would be nice, because I could feel a lot of energy in here, and it's very uplifting energy, and I feel like a strong presence of very good teamwork, which is very rare when there's a lot of people in the room. I almost get like a weird look from that one, or feeling from that one. I get like a nice teamwork type of thing here. It feels like nobody thinks they're the boss, and nobody's like trying to control things. I feel like everybody's working together. If I'm reading the energy right, it feels very nice in here.
Yeah.
Deep reading, that's correct.
I love you guys.
Yeah.
I have 0 fire though. What does that mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. Because here's the thing. So I learned one thing about astrology, doing research myself, is when I was reading my chart, it literally matters which house it's in and where the planet was at that time. It's so fucking complicated. However, you can see based off your chart. Read me off, Emmanuel, read me off your chart. Just read me your chart, like sun, moon, rising, the ones.
Gotcha.
Go ahead.
So Virgo sun, Scorpio moon, Libra Mercury, Libra Venus, Virgo Mars, Cancer Jupiter, Capricorn Saturn, Capricorn Uranus, Capricorn Neptune, Scorpio Pluto, Libra Lilith, Aquarius, and Node. Oh God!
Holy
Wait a minute! I want to know
shit.
why you're saying
I want to know
wow.
too.
I'm going to tell you why.
It's blowing my mind right now.
He's got so much Libra in his chart, and I'm a Virgo sun as well, but he's got 2 Virgo placements. I think he said four Libras.
I've got
3 Libras.
Two Virgos,
3
Libras,
3 Libras,
3 Capricorns.
3 Capricorns.
Yes.
Can I just
1
say
Cancer, 1 Scorpio, 1 Aquarius.
Okay, so Aquarius, Cancer, and Scorpio. I would say that those are more your, like, when you get into like your I don't know modes, like you're not sure of yourself, those are where you're at. But remember, Capricorn, Virgo, Libra, the sign of balance, Virgo, the sign of I analyze, Capricorn, the sign of I work. So it's I work, I analyze, I am balanced, right? I balance, I work, I analyze. Those are 3 of your, so that's very, 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 very controlled. Like I'm gonna say, if somebody meets you, they're like, wow, his energy was very like, you know, they might see you as a little standoffish. I can see that for somebody seeing that you because you give up. Okay, so Capricorn.
You're right.
Because Capricorns, Virgos, first of all, we tend to have this airy, like we tend to have this like I'm better than you attitude, right? And we don't mean to do it. It's just because we are better than them.
Yes, thank you.
It's
You
just
understand me.
No, but you know,
and me.
So I would love to go through a couple of you guys, but here's the thing though. The thing about it is though that it's not that you think you're better than anybody. Okay, so Virgos are the signs of I help, the helpers, right? So the thing is about it, if we're not careful about who we let into our lives, we will help them to the point where we will leave ourselves broke and we don't care about ourselves, we'll care about them more. So we're very, especially with the Capricorn and all that, we watch who we let around us and very not trustworthy towards individuals because of that reason. Because when we step into the I love you mode, we'll literally lose our lives for them. You know what I'm saying? So
facts.
So
stepping into the spirituality versus your sex, like versus
right.
So like my husband is Jewish, right? So there's certain things about him that he's just like, you know, religious wise, you know, if I practice my religious and get into my religion, there's certain things I can't do.
He can't have anal sex. I know that.
Really?
That shit fucked up.
Muslims too. We can't too. We're not supposed to.
That's
I didn't know that.
Anyway, so
well, I had to say, you know, it's like
for me, I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. You know.
Yeah.
I'm more of an agnostic. You know, I believe in everything and I don't believe in anything at the same time.
Okay, cool.
Scorpio, but I'm also like fire. Like, you know, there's certain things that has to be done. You know, this has to happen.
Right.
So I broke that for him. Like there was no boundaries that he couldn't give me patience sexually. It was just like you're spiritually, sexually, you do that when you're standing up, but when you're lying down, there's a whole different story going on here.
Yeah.
So did I just fuck my husband up? Like did I just do something?
No. What? No. What? First of all, no, because when people are married, first of all, this is why religion bothers me, because when somebody is married to someone, I believe that there should be no boundaries between the married couple, meaning as far as what they want to do to each other sexually and emotionally and physically. So what you did was you opened his mind up to that part of that he needed to, because I love religion. Listen, I love it. But the limitations it sets on us as humans, it first of all, not only takes away our sexual desires, which first of all, as humans, we were given that because we need it. Without sexual desires, we would not be populated and we will not have the earth. And I want to make this real clear too. People are saying the earth is overpopulated. No, it's not. Motherfuckers are just not spread out enough. That's the problem. The earth is not overpopulated. We just need to spread out more.
They're just all in New York. That's pretty much.
If we spread out, we'll be all right. You know, stop saying that. Like, I hate when people say that. The earth is fine. We are great. We're doing great. Nothing. We're not dying. It's not and nothing. We're fine. You know, but I want to tell you, open up his heart to that. And that's a good thing, especially with Jewish people. And I will say in a past life, I was very Jewish. And I know that because I tend to watch Jewish stuff all the time. I don't know why. I'm always watching. I know I was Jewish at one point, you know, and I was persecuted for it too as well. But that's something you did him a favor on. Thank God for that, you know?
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you did a great job. Good job. Some of us are put into people's lives to do that for them, you know, no matter what it is, no matter how small, minute it is, your soulmate, you have to help them learn to expand, to broaden their horizons, you know, because they were too uptight in many lifetimes. So they had to meet someone open like you, especially a Scorpio woman, super freaks to the top. And I love Scorpio women because they just have, they have, you know, they're the sign of the mystery, the occult, the hidden. They're very like sensual, the men too, forget about it. Let me not even go ahead. Next.
Fucking dying.
Okay, so what does cardinal mean? What does cardinal mean?
Yeah, what is cardinal?
Okay, so cardinal and mutable and fixed. So fixed is like, you're very like, you're just gonna stay that way. Like you're fixed, like that's a fixed sign, right? But depending on how many you have in your chart. So how many cardinals do you have in your chart?
I have cardinal 3, fixed 5, and mutable 2.
Oh, fixed 5. So that means like it's hard to change your mind. Like once your mind is set, mutable is like, it's like you can work with it. Cardinal is your, so you think about a cardinal, right? They like, they're in control, they're in power, right? So cardinal is like the mystery side of things. You're very mystical, mysterious, you know, like very, very deep. If someone wants to have a conversation with you, it's very deep. Like it's gonna be a deep conversation. And if it's not gonna, how can I say, like, if someone wanted to fuck you, they would have to like make love to your mind before they could make love to your body. Is what I'm gonna say. Okay.
Yes.
So mutable is just like I have mutable, a lot of mutable in my chart. That's like it's all right. Like I'll work with it. You know what I'm saying? Fixed is like you're gonna do shit my way and that's it. Like you're very fixed. You're fixed. That's it. You know, like this is the way I want it and that's it. And cardinal is like your higher. Like this is like, you know. Your power, you know, your power.
What's the highest number you can get in like these charts? I
believe it's 7 in one of them. Like if you have like, because I know somebody who had 7 masculine. No, I think it's 9. I'm not sure about that. Not really sure, but I know that it's I believe up to 9 because it was 7 and then he had 2 and he had 7 masculine and 2 feminine. The guy was like a beast. Like I would tell you.
That's where I was a little bit because like it was interesting for me.
Yeah.
In 5.
Say it again.
Mutable 1 and cardinal 5.
Mutable 1 and cardinal 5. So yeah, so you tend to be we're more on the mystery side, more on the like, mutable is like somebody who's very easygoing, right? Somebody who's got that like easy flow, you know, they go with the flow. No pun intended. They go with the flow. But I just got it.
I just got it.
Yeah.
No, that saying made a whole hit show though. That saying made a whole hit show. That
but that's what I know, right? That's what I'm saying. And like I was like, damn, I couldn't even trademark that shit because it was already a saying. But anyway, like I said, the cardinal in you, that's very I would say like the mystique, like the mystery. If someone meets you, what is her name? Because I don't see her.
Elizabeth.
So if someone meets you, I feel like they're not going to find out a lot about you very easily. You're gonna take your time, very slowly getting. First of all, I'm gonna pick up your energy, and I'm getting somebody who like. It seems like you have a wall up, like, but you don't. But you're a Taurus as well, so very slow moving. Whenever I do tarot card readings, the Taurus card is the slowest moving card in the deck. Like it really just like I'm taking my time, but I always get there and I always finish. And if I say I'm gonna be there, I'll be there. You understand what I'm saying to you? It's a person. It's like the loyalty in a Taurus woman compared to the men kind of tend to be like a little bit flirty and cheaters, you know. But the women are very loyal. When they're too loyal, they're just like way too loyal. Like they're too loyal. It's just too loyal. Like, you know, it's just like at some point you just gotta be like, that motherfucker deserves to get left like right now. But no, I have to be anyway. So anyway, you know, because I wanna talk about the sexuality thing again, right? So if anybody has a question about that, if you experience anything spiritually and sexually, let me know, because I want to know.
So go ahead.
So I'm going through something like where I'm like super stressed out. And compared to the person that I used to be more easygoing. I used to be more fun. I used to want to have sex. I used to have sex, but because I have so many, I guess because I have so many goals, and then I have some ambitions that are in the making. Whoa. I'm not really as active as I want.
So can I just say why I said whoa is in the middle of you talking, I'm thinking about myself as you talk, because here's a person who's got goals and ambitions, and lately there's been a few guys that somebody else would have like literally flew out the window to go see them because they were perfect, right? However, my mind right now is like, I got other things to focus on. I'm like not like really trying to like get involved with somebody right now, because what happens to us when we fall in love? We get distracted. When we get some good dick, we forget our friends, you know? All these things happen. So another thing I want you to know, I was going to say, this is very important. If you're feeling that way because you're focused on what you're doing, and that's why, and that's what you want to, that's fine. But like the book of Thomas says, he says, do not do anything that makes you miserable. So if anything that you're doing is not making you happy, examine that and I always say, like, whatever you're doing, if it feels like a bad thing, then you have to transmute that and heal it. So for you, working on your sacral chakra will be very important for you, because I stopped let's just be real. I stopped masturbating because I'm so focused and busy.
No!
And listen, exactly.
I'm logging off.
Girl.
Oh, no!
But however, here's the thing. Understand. For me, I harness that energy, and it's inside of me. And when it's ready to be released, it'll be released, but it's not ready to be released right now. And when you see things in a positive way, it doesn't matter what's going on. It's how you perceive it. That's all it is. So if something is not working for you sexually or whatever, it's not because there's something wrong with you. It's because at this present moment, your mind is set on something else. However, focusing and working on that sacral chakra and cleansing it, meaning if you do a meditation, simply put on sacral chakra meditation on YouTube, put the headphones on, intend for that part. And this goes for everyone. Your sacral is your root under your ass, and then your sacral is right on top of your private area. And that works for fertility and sex and all that stuff. So if you're feeling you're out of touch with the sexuality in any sort of way, focus on that. And what you do during the meditation, chakras are spinning. When you can get all 7 chakras to spin, you're fully aligned. I have not even gotten close to there yet. I'm still working on 1 or 2 at a time. You're supposed to work at 1 for a month or 2. It took Jesus 40 years to get all his chakras spinning, okay? And that's what is the point of him having the rainbow body light around him. The point is, work on that sacral chakra, meaning I love myself. I love what I do. I love my work. However, I love my sexuality. I love my femininity. I embrace it. And I'm harnessing the sexual energy for now. And when I'm prepared to give it, it will come. For now, just see it that way instead of like, I'm not having sex. First of all, it's COVID. I'm not about to like sleep with just anybody right now anyway, because, you know, shit is real out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even worried about herpes no more, bro. I'm like, fuck it.
About COVID.
Fuck it. Herpes is herpes, but COVID, that shit could kill my mom's, my grandmother. Like, at least herpes, I got to deal with it forever. I got to take a pill, I guess. I don't know how it works, you know. Right. But what I'm saying is, you could kill other people with this shit. So the point is, don't look at it as a negative thing. And that goes for anybody who's going to watch this. Seeing things in a positive light, like I said, I harness my energy. That's why I'm so energetic when I do things. And when I tune into spirit and channel, I have a lot of energy because I'm not wasting it. Just, let me just masturbate and come for no reason. You know what I'm saying? And it goes, you know, in ancient Egypt, guys, every picture you see of the ancient Egyptians, they hold the eternal rod of life in their hand. And this is a thing that looks sort of like this. It's like a triangle, and they hold it in their hand. They believe that any sexual act committed, when they orgasm, whether it be masturbation or sex, they sent the energy into the eternal rod of life. They held it in their hand and it expanded their life 7 years. Just so you know. So sexual energy is important. I try to tell people this. They have sexual magic, for crying out loud. People say that you could do sexual magic. You know, Aleister Crowley, he wrote a book on that. And it's like, you have to be aware who you're doing the right thing. Harness the energy instead of seeing it as a negative thing. It will switch your whole fucking mindset around.
Besides, nobody wants to have empty sex. No.
Right.
Say that again?
Nobody wants to have empty sex. Like, sex can
No,
be very
no.
empty.
I mean,
It can make
don't
you
get me
feel worse
wrong.
after doing it.
Listen. I've had some great empty sex. Like, that shit was amazing. You know what I'm saying? But I not, you know, listen, I've had some great empty sex in the past where I'm like, oh my God, no feelings, just down there. This is awesome. Get out of my face. Like, that's it.
No, I mean empty meaning in the sense like when your mind is not into it.
Oh,
like,
okay.
You're just kind of acting robotic in it. Your
right.
So
So
you don't even have like a good euphoric stitch, and you're
absolutely right.
It's robotic.
Absolutely
it's like autopilot.
right.
Like, I don't even think I can have that because, like, anytime like I mess around with somebody, like there needs to at least be some form of a connection with them, whether it be spiritual, personal,
That's
like
how
anything.
It is
like
for me now,
I don't think I've ever messed around with somebody where there wasn't at least like some type of spark that I felt for them. Not like romantic, but just like a spark, like where I'm like, yo, like I can fuck with you, like you're cool, you're dope, like let's do this.
And so, Emmanuel, remember when I was telling you that people might take you as like stuck up and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Daquan has to restart the chat. And see what I'm saying? You're very picky about who you let into your life. Like I said, that could be sexually, emotionally, physically, in all types of ways. Okay, go ahead, Daquan.
All right. Up and then I'm gonna join again. Everybody join again.
Okay, so we're talking about past lives, and just really quick, I just want to touch on this subject. If you have a situation where you tend to are drawn to that situation, you know, a lot of people watch like murder movies all the time, and they sympathize with the victim a lot. Like they're like, oh God, or they watch like those like court shows and stuff like that.
Yep.
Just so you know, if you watch all that stuff and you're really into it, I'm talking about into it to the point where you're like, I have to see what's going to happen. You are either the victim, the lawyer, or the murderer. One or the other, because it's very true. We all play. Everybody plays a role in their lives. Doesn't matter how bad you think that role is. You might have played it in a past life. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Okay.
So if you connect to it, it could be a strong indication of who you were in a past life. So whatever you're connecting to, what I'm saying is not saying you were a murderer. But if you connect to something, like, is anybody connected to, let's say, does somebody obsessively watch like the queens? Like I always watch like Queen Anne and I watched Queen Elizabeth documentaries and
Drag Race. I don't know if that's a queen, but like,
that's the queen of the highest order, honey.
Well, you know, she's the modern day queen, right?
Right.
So she's the modern day queen. But you know what I'm saying? Like when you're attracted to a certain specific genre or era or something that draws to you, that it's not like, you know, depending on how many past lives you have. Like the point is, if you're drawn to it, it could be an indication as to what you've been in the past life. Okay. Just wanted to get that out there.
So does anybody have questions?
How do you?
I did have a question for like a long-term couple, like because like me and my boyfriend have been together. We made 4 years a couple of days ago, and I've spoken to a couple other couples who are just like, hey, as we, you know, as they start to, their relationship gets really comfortable, how can they use spirituality to kind of enhance their sex life? Because you know, for so many years, how do you get even more connected?
Tantric sex, there's tantric sex, there's that's where like two people will perform either oral sex on each other or have sex, and the point of tantric sex is to be able to hold in that orgasm. So maybe he could like suck your dick for a little bit, stop, and then go again, and then go, you know what I'm saying? Stop.
Yo, he
and
looks
go
back.
again.
He's right there like,
I'm gonna text
just
Juancito
saying,
right now.
What I'm saying is look into, yes, and this is a real thing. Like, and you know, like there's all types of oral sex you can perform on each other, even though people think it's just like drop your pants, get on your knees, and that's it. No, there's like from behind, from the side, there's touching balls, there's legs, there's feet, there's hands. Like I would use, when it comes to spirituality, remembering that your spirit is connected to your body. However, if you can use the body in ways that you didn't think were normal for you, like, you know, I like to do a lot of hands-on touching when I'm with someone. I like to give them a lot of like sensation is what I would call it. Like, so, because you remember, like, spirituality is really all about like embracing being a human, right? So you want to be connected to your higher self, but embrace being a human and feel the body. We're lucky to be here in this body because other entities and spirit and other dimensions and ghosts and all those things, ancestors, they can't feel the sensation of the touch of the body. They can only do sensory, where it's through the mind and through the feeling. We have the pleasure of feeling pleasure. So why not enjoy it to the point? It gets weird. Listen, it's going to get weird. I would say light some candles, play some like tantric Indian, like bow, 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 like weird music like that, you know, dim the lights, you know, like dim the lights, like, and just try things out with each other, man. Like it just, who cares how weird it is? Try it out, babe. I'm going to do something weird. Lay down for a second. Can I tie you up? Can I?
Mommy, I got you.
You know,
I was trying to
like
try that, tied up and like blindfolded.
And yeah, and you know, the thing about tying up is if you do it in a way, in a sense where I have some things in my closet that I'm not going to pull out right now because it's a lot, but so, what I'm going to say, I've never used them. However, right now, like I said, preserving that sexual energy and thinking of a way to use it on the next person is so exciting to me that when it happens, I feel so sorry for this guy, whoever he is. He is going to, first of all, he might just think he's having an orgasm. He might just pee all over the bed because he's going to be so felt like feeling such pleasure. My point is just being who you are and just embracing that sexuality. Don't be afraid to be weird, man. Fuck it. Be weird. Fuck it.
Okay, so we have a question.
Yes, sir.
So my sister-in-law, this one here.
Okay.
I don't know why she gets life together. She said that in her chart it's more masculine and she's not so, you know, sensitive, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
My brother is more feminine and he's extremely sensitive apparently in his chart. She wants to know about for each other because she's a Taurus.
Wait. I want to make sure I heard that right. What? She wants to know what?
How are we compatible? Like,
how you're compatible? Exactly what you just said.
She's a Taurus and he's a Scorpio, but she has and he's feminine. So
okay, so if it feels to you that how are you compatible? That's exactly, you just said the words. Maybe you came into this lifetime in a woman's body and he came into this lifetime in a man's body. Remember that when we reincarnate, you could have been in a past life him, he could have been you. So explore that. You came in as a more masculine. Make him get on his knees and eat your pussy. I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, do some man shit. Like, if that's what. So understanding
Always like my best friend right now.
Right, because what I'm saying is, right. Just change the game. Lift your leg up and have him down there. Like, what's up, bitch? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I would say embrace that. Like, my chart came out more masculinity than femininity, and I'm okay with that because sexually I'm very aggressive. Like, I know what I want. I know what I want to do to you, and I know how to contain myself until I get that noise that I want to hear. But I see the bad grade.
Ladies, using the word assertive instead of aggressive, because we are not aggressive. We just take the steps to make shit happen, and that doesn't make me aggressive. It doesn't make you aggressive. We are assertive. Because I don't like the word aggressive, because when somebody says that to me, it's almost like I'm in your face trying to force you to do that, right? That's how I feel the word aggressive. And so you're not aggressive, you're assertive. You take charge. What I want to tell her, exactly, you take charge. What I want to tell her is take fucking charge. Like, if your man is more feminine, listen, my ex-husband, he was more feminine. Guess what I used to do? I used to lift his legs up like a little bitch, eat his butthole, play with his balls, and jerk him off at the same time. And he loved it. He was like my wife.
Go the fuck off.
Yes,
that's what a power bottom is, baby.
And you know what? You know, being that you have that masculine. Say it again.
How do you break down that barrier if the partner that you're with, like, I've experienced.
Talk to them little by little. it takes time. Everybody is not the same as us, right? We have to communicate our feelings. We have to speak on what we want. Everyone wants to do things, but nobody wants to tell each other what they want to do. And let me tell you something.
Right, and then they're just like, nah.
And so, but see, okay, so is that what you've experienced before? Is that what happened? Okay, so I mean, they're just like, nah. They're just like, nah. They might actually have a actual purpose or a reason why they don't like that type of stuff. So we have to understand boundaries as well, because boundaries are very important for us.
Yeah,
but if somebody, if somebody doesn't like something, like for me, I don't like my asshole touched. You go near my butthole, I'm kicking you in the face. You're going to fall on the floor. It's not going to be a fun night for you, okay? Stay away from my booty. That's what I'm saying. You could do anything else. You go near my asshole, we're fighting. We fighting right now. Like I told you, don't touch my butthole. But I told you, don't touch my butthole. Like that's me. Like it's literally me. And I don't know. Maybe I was a straight man in the past life, and somebody stuck it in my ass without me knowing one time. And I was like, no, fuck it. And the trauma carries forever. I don't know. But the point is, just when somebody, this is why people don't work out. If your energy don't match each other and somebody's not willing to explore like you, there's two things you could do. You could either speak to this person and try to make it work, or you could just understand that they'll never get into your energy and they're not vibrating where you're at. And so you need to find somebody who vibrates at your caliber. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But I would tell your sister-in-law, right? Sister-in-law?
Yeah.
To ride his dick like he's nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, get on top of him, make him your bitch for the night. I'm sure he would truly appreciate that, because if he's more feminine, he would love for you to just take control of the situation and not, I'm sure you already do, but a little bit
Who's your
extra on
daddy?
top. Yeah, exactly.
That is me.
Exactly.
I have that like I'm a 6 with my femininity, and in the bedroom I'm a lot more, I don't know if like I'm more of a sub in the, like I'm very dominant outside of the bed, but in the bed I'm completely like, you take control. So I don't know if that also kind of aligns with that as well.
Well, what is your sun sign again?
I'm a Libra.
All right. Well, Libras are the balancing act, right? So I'm a Libra rising. So I would say when I'm in the bedroom, I'm more like the aggressor, the assertive one. When I'm outside of the bedroom, I'm more like I'm okay with everything. It's cool, whatever. But when I'm in the bedroom, it's like I got rules and shit. Don't do this but when I'm outside of there, I'm very like cool and relaxed. So it's just the way it doesn't mean anything wrong with you. It's just that's just the way you balance your own body out. You understand? That's how you can. It's just your way of balancing your life out. That's it. It's just we don't have to overthink things too. Like why am I like this or why am I like that? You are like that because it's the way you are. And if somebody can't accept the way you are, then they're going to have to examine what about them bothers them so much that they don't like something about you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I get that.
Right.
Get to it, Josh. Get to it, Josh.
I was like, wait.
Get to it.
Yo, Juancito, prepare.
Anton's been real quiet over there.
Yes, Antoine.
Because I'm listening.
Okay, and you look really good listening, by the way. Really good. Like you look real good listening. Like you look on fleek right now. I can't even. So I want to say something. When it comes to all this stuff, like I want to just clarify spirituality really quickly for everyone out there watching. We think this new age stuff, and we see like this perfect white woman, and she's like, "Nam no honing," like. That's not spirituality, so let's not get it twisted, okay? Or like we see the perfect black woman. She looks like a goddess and she's perfect, darling. Like, okay, calm down. First of all, spirituality is it can go on every level, and you can explore and meditate, and you could still be a little hood, you know what I'm saying? You could still play trap music and light some sage, you know what I'm saying? You don't gotta be like, like you don't have to be that type of person to be spiritual. And I want people to understand that, because I really try to get people in places like, let's say the hood or the projects or whatever, because those are my peoples. I love those kind of people. That's where I was from when I was a little girl, Then I grew up and got a little bit bougier and shit got a little better, But the thing is, I want to draw those people in and let them know you are what you think you are. So if you believe that this is your life forever, that is the life that you will have forever. I always say to people, when I was in jail and I was locked up, and I have to make this analogy because when I was in jail and I was locked up, everyone there was miserable. Why wasn't I? Because I kept envisioning myself outside of jail. I kept seeing myself out of there. I wasn't in jail. I was free. I was just taking a break. I was on vacation. You know what I'm saying? Like literally it was a vacation for me. So I was like, oh, thank God, I gotta do shit. I gotta work. I'm sleeping all day. This is great. You know, but other people see it just like when spirit tells me there's no heaven and there's no hell. There's a state of mind is how you die. You don't die and go to hell. You don't die and go to heaven. You die and go to your state of mind. So if you die depressed, you stay depressed on the other side. Have you ever seen the movie It's a Beautiful Life when he goes to save his wife out of hell? Yeah. And he has to go through hell to get her. Literally has to go through hell to get her. When he gets there, she's stuck in this state of mind where she's very depressed and she's in the same house that they had. The house is damaged. And she's just sitting there like, I hate myself. And he has to remind her of the beauty and the art and show her things that are pictures and colors. And once he does that and she remembers who she was, all of a sudden she breaks out of that misery and gets out of the state of depression. This is where light workers come in. When they talk to spirits, like I used to have multiple array of spirits that were in my home, very miserable, very depressed because they used to take me with them. And little by little, I started giving them light work. Go to the light. Oh, it's going to be okay. You're not stuck here. I would sit up in the middle of the night. Who does this? This is not normal, right? But I would get up in the middle of the night and I'd be like, guys, you're not stuck here. Why are you here? Go somewhere. You're stuck. Like, get out of that depression. Get out of it. And I felt their pain because I was depressed too for no reason. So what I want everyone to understand is the way you live your life mentally, where you are here in your mind first. Everything you create has to be created in the mind's eye first. When you create something in your mind, this goes with good and bad. You send those vibrations, energy. Nikola Tesla, all of them knew that the earth worked in vibrations and frequency, okay? When you send those vibrations and frequencies up into the universe, your thought turns into a frequency, a vibration. The universe picks it up and then it sends it back down. You ever heard the saying, as above, so below? So whatever you think here, it gets sent up there. So my advice to you is, whenever a bad thought comes into your mind, don't feel the pain. Just hear the bad thought and let it go. Because remember, that manifesting comes from how you feel while you say it, while you think it. Okay, so when you're thinking negative and you send off those vibrations, they come bounce right back to you, and the universe hears. Let's say somebody wants something. I want this, I want that, I want. So the universe picks up the energy of I want, and never makes it happen. But this is why the affirmations, I have a beautiful home. I have my dream home on the lake house. I am driving that car, but if you want to do that, you have to feel it happening, because the manifestation won't happen if you're not if you want a white BMW, feel yourself in that car, smell the leather, drive it. Imagine yourself on the hillside. You're driving through the country. You got your music on. You're by yourself. I don't know, your dog's in the back. Whatever it is, feel it. And the universe will hear that and it'll come right back. You're creating ultimate realities every time. So just be aware of your thoughts. I don't want nobody feeling down or depressed, because I literally can control that, okay? And there's no heaven and hell. You can make as many mistakes as you want. Don't feel guilty. Don't hate yourself. It's okay. We're here to learn lessons and limitations. That's all we're here to do, guys. Lessons and limitations. Trying to see, one more thing and I'm gonna shut up. This is important.
No, come on.
Good.
Yeah, because this is important. This is important. When you are going through something and it feels so desperate to you, right? You're like, oh God, this is so bad. Like, I can't. Remember that one day when you transition, not because I never say death, when you transition and your soul goes up there, you're going to look down in here. Shakespeare said, all of the world is a stage and we are but actors in it, okay? So when you get up there, you're going to look down and realize that legitimately this is all a play. Like, this is you playing a role because you're learning a lesson. We in turn take those lessons back up there and they keep learning, and that's how the universe evolves. And we tell the ascended masters, well, this is what happens when you do drugs. That's what happens when you fight with somebody. That's what, oh shit, we fought each other. Let's go back down there and fix it again. And you keep choosing to come back. This is like a game. And I will hate to say that, but life is a game. It really, truly is. And this is why you shouldn't take things so seriously, because we're just experiencing something right now. And you know what? Once something bad happens to you, stand back, and see it outside of yourself. My spirit guide said, one thing you're great at is you'll have a problem and then you'll feel it for a second, like, oh God, oh yeah, almost forgot. This shit ain't even real. You feel me? So it's like, all right, yeah, the love is real, your family's real, all that's real. You love them, blah, blah, blah. But remember, it is your duty to come here. You chose this body, you didn't choose the body, you chose your soul to come down here and reincarnate, to learn lessons that you hadn't learned in the past. So you're just here to learn these lessons. So whatever happens, excuse me. So whatever happens the point is learn lessons from it. That's the point. Just learn lessons and you won't have any issues. That's it.
Let me
just
ask you
learn
something.
Yeah.
As far as astrology goes, do you believe that, like, for example, Scorpios for me get along with Cancer and Virgos and Sagittarius? You think there's certain signs that get along better with others?
Like I said, it depends on their birth chart as well. I tend to always have like a hard time with Capricorn women because we're both earth signs. So I believe that it really depends on, I don't even think like it's about the signs, to be honest with you. I got to say that because I'm a firm believer and you can make anything work and you can get along with anybody you want. But really, if the charts are off, sometimes that could have a huge impact on two people's relationships, you know? Like I said, I'm a Virgo, and every time I meet a Capricorn woman, we both like, I run shit. No, I run shit. You know what I'm saying? Or like, it's like, we both want to be like, no, I'm the man. No, I'm the man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we all both women sitting here fighting, you know? Natalie was a Capricorn.
Was she?
See that? I can see that.
Shit.
Do you still not get along with Natalie? Do you still not get along with Natalie?
No, it's not that we don't get along. It's just that she when somebody's in competition mode with me, I'm a Virgo. I'm more like, whatever, you can have the stage. You know what I'm saying? She's a Capricorn. She ain't letting nobody have the stage. It's her way or the highway. You understand what I'm saying to you? So what I'm saying is there's traits and personalities of people that we can't get along with sometimes. Yeah.
Definitely are.
That's where I feel like me and Virgos, I feel like the Virgos I know in my life are very assertive. And like me, I as a Libra, I try to keep the balance, like you said. And every Virgo that I've met, they just annoy me.
Yeah, because they think they're right, though. They think they're right.
I'm a Virgo. I'm a friend.
I'm a Virgo as well. I'm a Virgo as well. But here's the thing. There's two different types of Virgos. You got your pompous ass Virgos that think they're never wrong and you can't, oh, don't get me wrong though. A lot of the times Virgos are very smart, so they do know a lot of things. However, there's things that they don't know, and they will fight you and act like they really do know. Like, and it's like, I'll Google it right now, bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, that's man in the nutshell. No, you liar. You are such a liar. Rude. I feel attacked.
I can't let you say. I feel attacked. You know what? Don't. You know, that's another thing. You're Virgo. That's why you feel attacked. You always feel attacked. Everybody's always attacking you.
Exactly.
We tend to look at things so analytically. Virgos, I analyze. Okay. So just understand that when you're talking to certain signs, you got Geminis. I think Pisces. Pisces is I feel. No, Cancer's I feel. Capricorn is I work. Aquarius is I create. You know, so everybody's got their own title as to what they are. You know, and this is why we all have personalities. And what?
What's Taurus?
Taurus is I. Hold on. I have it here on my phone.
If it's a May or April Taurus.
Because we have realized April and May.
Listen, what about the Cancer? I know y'all think we're emotional, but you know.
Y'all are.
Listen, we are not emotional. We misunderstood.
Some of my greatest friends are either Cancer or Virgos or Capricorns.
Virgos are the shit.
Taurus is I matter. So like you're like I'm the shit, right? So we got Aquarius is in the concept of energy, Pisces in the concept of time, Aries is in the concept of life, Taurus is matter, Gemini is space, Cancer is movement, Virgo is time, Libra is life, Scorpio matter, Sagittarius space, Capricorn movement. Okay, there's different ways that you could perceive, like there's so many different things about astrology. This is why the ancients always like brought it up to us, because there's so many ways to figure so many things out looking at astrology. You really can, if you want to date someone and you look at their and you have their birth chart read by an astrologer, you might just be able to you can predict your whole life with them.
I can't,
you really can.
But what I do remember from my chart is I have Cancer, Aries, and Leo in mine.
Cancer, Aries, and Leo. Okay, so Leos, when it comes to love with Leos, when it comes to life with Leos, are more like, I'm good, I got this, I'm the shit, I'm a Leo. Look at me, I'm a Leo, right? But when they get home, and they're like, I don't know if I could do it. I'm not sure. I'm not really that sure. Am I really that good? Or what do you think about very questionable, right? They question a lot. Cancers have, a lot of Cancer people I know have high anxiety issues. They have a lot of anxiety. They deal with anxiety and nervousness, tendencies to be very, very nervous, right? And you said Aries, and Aries is Aries and Leo, two fires, right? Passionate, taking charge.
Fire, like I'm very complex. I feel.
Yeah, you are very complex. But I'm sure that when you think about stuff, here's can you give me like a affirmation of this? Is like, either you go for it head on and you go too quick and you're just like, you just throw yourself into it, or you do the Cancer thing where it's like, I don't know. Oh my God, is it going to be right? Is it going to be okay? I don't know. Cancers are very, right?
The thing is, honestly, before I used to go headstrong, but now I actually analyze stuff before I just go headstrong.
Okay, because that's a good thing, because with the Aries and Leo in your chart, those are two very take chargey type of energies. The Cancers can be overthinkers and a bit paranoid. Okay, so just try to take that. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
We have a few minutes left. So what did we overall learn from
today? Josh thinks I'm annoying.
No, Josh thinks, don't take that out of that.
I'm playing. I love you, boo boo.
Meditating. On my chakras.
Me too.
Did I
some
chakras? Tantrum, sex stuff.
Tantrum, not tantrum.
Sorry, get a book.
Yeah. The chakras, guys. If you're having a problem feeling love at the moment, remember you got your crown chakra. This is connecting to the universe. This is thinking, your brain being focused. Your third eye. This deals with psychic energy, intuition, and things of this sort. Your throat chakra, which deals with communication. And so if you're having a problem communicating or speaking your mind, this is what you work on. Your heart chakra, which deals with love. So if you want to expand your heart chakra, you work on that. Your solar plexus, which is your stomach, gut health, things with feelings and pain, like things like with health mostly. Your sacral chakra, which deals with sex, fertility, anything passionate, and then your root chakra, which deals with it all. It's like a whole energetic, like it's like being grounded to the earth, feeling connected to Mother Earth, right? So when you're having, let's say you're fighting a lot with someone and you don't know what to do, you can sit down and work on your crown chakra and try to get clarity and focus on that. When you're feeling like you're not able to love as easily as you used to, you work on your heart chakra. If you can't communicate your feelings, work on your throat chakra. For you guys, all being speakers and stuff, working on your throat chakra will be amazing. And for your solar plexus, when you're trying to go on a diet and cleanse your body and all that, you want to work on your solar plexus because that deals with the intestine and the organs. And then your sacral is for her, like for sexuality, when you want to feel more free. And what will happen when you activate these things, they will do a buzzing thing. You'll have like a vibrating, because that happens to me when I work on a specific chakra. And, just if you feel like you're not connecting to certain things, just look up the chakras and work on those. They're very helpful for that, okay? Very helpful.
So spirituality and sexuality definitely go hand in hand at times, depending on the individual, but it can definitely enhance the experience in both ends. So Flo, thank you so much for coming on.
You're welcome, guys.
Thank you. You
guys are awesome. Next time I want to do a reading for a couple of you guys. I can do up to 5 people until I'm like drained and done and tired. So let me know.
Yeah, I'm
everybody,
definitely interested.
what's the information where they can find you? Do you have
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's one thing about me. I'm not like a self-promoter type of thing, but I got to start learning to that. Well, you have my Instagram at The Real Florina. I have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/go with the flow, FLO, no W at the end. And then I have my website, therealflorina.bigcartel.com. And I'm creating my soaps right now. I'm creating my candles with crystals in them. I'm making candles at home. I'm making soaps at home. I'm making spiritual healing boxes, and everything comes from me, and I put my energy into it so people can feel healed. I am a healer, by the way, you guys. I tend to heal bones on myself and other people. My mother is sick, so I heal her all the time. And I have a retreat coming up. I have a lot of things happening. But if you guys want to check me out, my website, my Instagram, my YouTube, I usually post everything all the time. And I love to connect with everybody. I really do. So thank you guys for having me on. I appreciate it.
Definitely will.
I will follow you shortly.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, guys. This was actually a wonderful experience, really. Like, I mean, I really enjoyed it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Because I usually don't really enjoy interviews because it's like, you know, but it's like boring and shit. But no.
It's crazy how I met you, maybe like 5 years ago? And
we're still here.
And we're still here.
Soulmate, baby. Remember, soulmates can come in many different forms, you guys. Soulmates are not just love, okay? It could be any form.
Beautiful thing that when I have my moments when I'm like going through it, you will message me. It's like you would know, I don't know, I don't say anything. You just like, don't give up. You gotta do this.
And you're not going to give up, because look at where you are today. Listen, we almost gave up, both of us. You met me at a time where I wasn't in a good place myself, you know. I battled a lot of different things, you know, with depression, anxiety, addictions, a lot of different things I battled. And this is why when you are a healer, you have to heal yourself before you can tend to other people. So everybody out here, I would suggest to heal yourself before you start helping everybody else. And if you feel like you're always helping people, it's because you're a healer. If you feel like feelings that you don't know where they're coming from, it's because you're an empath. If you can see things that others can't see, you're clairvoyant. You know, just remembering that everybody has a gift. All you have to do is tap into it. Just to remember who you are, because who you are is a powerful being, a divine, feminine, masculine being. So merge the two together and appreciate the dark, appreciate the light, because they teach us something every single day, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for having me on.
No, thank you for being on. Thank you.
You guys are cute. Bye. Bye, Anton. Bye, Emmanuel. Bye.
Bye.
Corn, love you. Bye, guys. Bye, ladies. Bye. Bye, Desiree and Joshua. Bye, guys. Good night. Stay in touch, guys. I'm over here, okay? I'm not going nowhere.
All right.
All right. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Yes, bye, Flo. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Doesn't matter who you are, 'cause baby, you're a star. Even though we're different, we share common ground. Doesn't matter who you are, trans, 'cause baby, you're a star. Even though we're different, we share common ground.